single arch dentures. With a slight modification to the procedure, it is possible to make high-quality CAD/CAM dentures for just one arch. The Denture starter kit includes gray uni attachments that adapt to the opposing arch for a single arch denture. They can be used on the upper or the lower arch. This video will review step by step a case for a single upper denture opposing lower natural teeth. This patient presented with a denture that had been delivered immediately after extractions. With some resorption, the denture no longer fit well, and she felt her teeth were too big and white on her current denture. As with complete upper and lower dentures, the vertical dimension of occlusion and lip length are recorded at the onset. The next step is impressions. For the opposing arch, in this case the lower arch, a traditional impression is made and poured. The stone model will be sent to Denture. After selecting the appropriate tray, the edentulous Denture impression will be made. Note the finger rests are utilized to stabilize the tray during border molding. The flat striking plate in the center of the upper tray will be used to capture vertical dimension of occlusion and centric relation. Load the tray with heavy body polyvinyl siloxane with careful attention to cover all borders. This impression will act as a custom tray, allowing the light body polyvinyl siloxane in the second phase to capture the fine detail of the patient's soft tissue anatomy. Border molding is completed at both steps with the heavy body and light body polyvinyl siloxane. After border molding, evaluate your impression. Identify any areas of tray show-through. If the tray impinges, it will cause high spots in the final denture. Relieve these areas with an acrylic burr, such as a pear-shaped acrylic burr on a straight sleeve slow-speed handpiece. These areas will be covered with light body polyvinyl siloxane. Repeat all the steps with a light body polyvinyl siloxane. Make sure to fully cover the heavy body material with careful attention to cover all borders, and repeat border molding steps again. After removing the tray, evaluate that all landmarks are captured, and section the distal portions off of the impressions. Denture has both upper and lower attachments for dentate opposing arches. The lower arch attachment has a pin, and the upper arch attachment has a striking plate, similar to the corresponding edentulous trays. Load the single arch attachment with a rigid bite registration material of your choice, and place it against the dentate opposing arch, allowing it to fully set. Use enough material to maintain stability throughout the jaw tracing process. If the opposing arch is a lower, as in this case, place the pin into the attachment rounded side up. If the opposing arch is an upper, wipe the plate with alcohol and apply the easy tracer. If the edentulous arch is a lower arch, place the pin into the impression tray and seat in the mouth to oppose the upper tray attachment. If the edentulous arch is an upper arch, as in this case, apply the easy tracer to the upper arch and seat in the mouth to oppose the lower tray attachment. The easy tracer film peels back and clears the previous trace, so the trace can be repeated as many times as needed to capture centric relation. Have the patient move forward, backward, left and right, slowly and gently, and repeat a few times. If done correctly, the trace will be a clearly defined arrow. If it is not, peel back the film and repeat these steps. Once satisfied with your centric relation tracing, drill a dimple at the point of centric relation with a number 4 round burr. This will help provide a stopping point for the bite. Have the patient practice gently sliding back to this point. Whether on a single arch attachment or an edentulous tray, capturing an accurate centric relation record is critical. Before proceeding to the next step, make sure that the pin is engaging the dimple and that the back of the trays are not touching. If your centric relation record is incorrect, it can result in an open bite, an open vertical dimension of occlusion, or other issues on your final denture. This is one of the most common errors in complete dentures. Stabilize the mandible with a thumb on the tray or attachment and fingers underneath the chin while you inject your bite material. Verify the midline and remove the tray, bite, and attachment assembly from the patient's mouth. This will be shipped to Denture along with the opposing model and the cut saddles. At this point, Denture will design and fabricate the single denture. The opposing model will be scanned in and the ideal setup designed to match. As with complete upper and lower dentures, the clinician may proceed with a try-in or the final denture. Since it is not opposing an ideal digitally designed occlusal plane, and since a digital design provides a more ideal scan than a stone model, be aware that a single Denture denture may require more occlusal adjustment than a set of Denture dentures. Follow up with your Denture denture patient as you would with a traditional denture patient.